Too many Thelemites think that Thelema is about cracking a code. They think it's all about decoding Crowley's symbols and unearthing some hidden meaning. But what if I told you that's not the point at all? In fact, by focusing on decoding, you're missing the real power of Aleister Crowley's teachings. In this video, we're going to talk about why living these symbols, rather than decoding them, will transform your spiritual practice and your life. Stick around, because by the end, you're going to have a whole new approach for how to understand Thelema and how to apply it to your life for positive change. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I will leave a link to my Patreon in the description for this video. Now let's learn about how to interpret Thelema to empower ourselves and our lives. One of the biggest mistakes that I see Thelemites make is thinking that the point of Thelema is to decode all of its symbols. We're surrounded by symbols in Thelema. The dove, the serpent, the phallus, the sun, the alchemical principles. If you're doing ceremonial magic, you've got the wand, the cup, the sword, and the disc. The assumption is that these symbols are like pieces of a puzzle that we have to solve. Maybe if we go somewhere else in Crowley's writings, or if we go even further back into the writings of Agrippa or Levi, we're going to find some piece of information there that's just going to magically unlock the meaning of these symbols and then profit. I don't know. But think about it. If that's what Thelema is really all about, couldn't we just replace all of this stuff with a piece of paper with a philosophy lecture on it? Instead, the symbols are there to do something much more profound. The symbols are there to allow us to experience and connect with the truths of Thelema on a deep, embodied level. Think about it. Why would Crowley use all of these symbols instead of just telling us the truth directly? One initiate recently asked me, why does Thelema bother with all of these symbols when Crowley could just come right out and say, here's what the soul is? Fair question. The reason is that symbols allow us to engage with more abstract truths at an embodied level. For example, justice is an abstract concept, but when we symbolize justice using the scale, it allows us to interact with that abstract concept in an embodied way. The engagement with the symbol activates more parts of our brain. It brings the cerebellum into play, which is responsible for balance and spatial reasoning. It takes all of our powers of spatial reasoning and applies them to understanding this more abstract concept. That allows us to have deeper understanding and deeper insight into the abstract concept. Let's look at some of these magical rituals like the Star Ruby, Resh, or even the Gnostic Mass. These rituals make Crowley's cosmological truths tangible. These rituals aren't just intellectual exercises. They allow you to experience those truths with your senses, with your body, to start to live them and to apply them in a more profound way. When I first started practicing magical ritual, I was amazed at how quickly my life started to change. It was like I was stepping into a new version of myself, a version that was more closely aligned with my true will. And it wasn't because I intellectually understood everything that I was doing. It was because by interacting with those symbols, I was starting to live the truths that they represented. These rituals I just mentioned, they allow you to start to experience Thelema with your whole being. The symbols bring together the abstract and the concrete. When you interact with those symbols intentionally, they bring you into alignment with your true will. They make transformation real, not just theoretical. So how do we take this deeper understanding of symbolism and start to put it in practice? Before we get into that, if you're interested in exploring your true will on a deeper level, then you'll probably be interested in will discovery. Will discovery is a process where I work one-on-one with you to help you discover your life's purpose. This is your unique calling that aligns with your deepest, truest self. Together, we'll explore the pivotal, most transformative moments of your life. And I'll help you see the patterns and the hidden insights that have gone unnoticed by you up until now. With those patterns and those insights in hand, together we will work together to craft your will statement. This is a powerful, single-sentence expression of your true will that will bring clarity, direction, and purpose to your life, just how Aleister Crowley promised it would. If you're ready to discover the purpose that you were put here to live, click the link in the description for this video and see what my availability is right now for will discovery. So how can we start living these symbols instead of decoding them? First, stop over-analyzing. How do we do that? First, understand that you don't have to continue to analyze and read and analyze more. You just need a grasp of some basic theory. I've done a few videos now where I cover the theory that I think is absolutely indispensable to practicing Thelema. You're going to find a link to one up in the corner of this video right now. I suggest you go check it out, absorb that information, and then come back to it periodically just to make sure you understand it. The point of that theoretical information is to help you form a coherent intention, which is to know your own star or soul. This is the second step. Whatever spiritual exercise you are engaged in, contemplating a tarot card, contemplating a holy book, attending the Gnostic Mass, performing one of the rituals, traveling in the body of light, do it with the intention of realizing your divine nature right here in the flesh. That could mean slightly different things in different contexts, but that's the basic intention that you want to carry with you into these esoteric spiritual practices. I did a whole video recently on right view and right intention in Thelema. There's a link to it up in the corner of this video right now. Go check it out. Third, as you practice the ritual or whatever practice it is with that intention, focus on your participation. What do the symbols and actions make you feel? How do they connect you to something larger? Trust that the symbols are doing their work, even if you do not fully understand every detail on an intellectual level. One simple way to bring deeper awareness to your ritual is to pay attention to your body throughout the ritual. Contemplate how each gesture, each object, each move feels. How does it show up in your senses? How does it show up in your body? This helps anchor the abstract symbols in your lived experience. After you've done that for a while, then it might make sense to start to dig into the symbolism of the ritual. I've put together a guide for how to go on that journey in a way which is relevant to the spirituality of Thelema. The goal here is not to learn every single thing that has ever been written in the occult tradition about a motherfucking cup. The point is to understand in what way the cup is embodying Thelemic truth in this context. Let basic theory, intention, and mindful experience guide your exploration. Thelemic symbols aren't just for ritual. They can guide your spiritual experience in everyday life. For example, think about the wand or the cup. When you're in a particular experience in your life, imagine yourself holding the wand, the ability to direct magical energy or intention. Or think about your mind as a cup, the power to receive and to formulate and to express that intention in manifest form. Symbols are tools to remind you of your true will. They're there to orient you within the magical universe. Use them to stay aligned with your true purpose. When you use them daily in your daily life, they become part of the fabric of your being, and it allows the truth of Thelema to inform every single aspect of your life. Thelema's symbols aren't meant to be cracked like code. They are meant to allow you to experience the truths of Thelema everywhere and in everything. So if you want to experience real transformation, don't get lost in history lectures. Don't try to intellectually decode everything. Live the symbols, feel the symbols, let them empower you. How are you engaging with Thelemic symbolism in your life? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And make sure you stay tuned for this next video, where we're going to dive even deeper into Thelemic truth and to see how you can use it to align with your true will.